assault and batteries, but my trunk stay ever ready. Assault and battery, if you scared, you never ready.
Alright, this video is going to be about SummerSlam, and of course we're just a few weeks away from the first ever two-night SummerSlam event, and to no one's surprise, the tickets are not doing well at all. And to be honest, I thought they would be moving a little bit better than what they are, but a few days ago there was a report brought out by the Wrestling Observer, and other outlets picked it up as well. But basically they were saying how much the building holds, which is around 60 to 70,000. But obviously with everything cut off, I'm sure they're not going to have the whole building really available, much like other buildings do as well. So I'm not even going to hold that against them. But they only sold 23,000 tickets. That 23,000. I think it was like 23,000 night 2 and then 22,000 night 1. So with that being said, there's a lot of people who are going to go to both nights. So you can basically consider 1,000 people aren't going to go to night 1, but are going to go to night 2. But regardless, that is embarrassing numbers, considering they're pushing this whole event bigger than WrestleMania. The matches on this show are bigger than what WrestleMania was. I am personally looking forward to SummerSlam more than I was WrestleMania. Not only because it's, you got Brock and Oba in Hell in a Cell, Cody versus Punk, which is like a WrestleMania main event on its own, Rollins versus Roman, which is a WrestleMania main event on its own. Again, they're going full out, and I wouldn't even be surprised now. John Cena is going to be there. They haven't announced it yet, but he is going to be there. I feel like now they're going to reach that point where it's like panic mode. When you go in panic mode, you bring back The Undertaker, you bring back The Rock, you bring back John Cena, Triple H will come out. There will be a special announcement, but I'm just surprised. I know Minneapolis isn't the ideal place for people to go to, and I'm sure the local people will be there. But when you add in all the factors of what WWE's been over the last maybe year, 2 years. No, I want to say 1 year. I feel like after WrestleMania 40, you're on a high. I think they could have rode that whole wave of Cody winning, the story, finishing, whatever. And then the next year happened. You had John Cena's retirement tour. Could have capitalized, just keeping him a good guy the whole time, but they tried to swerve. It didn't work, but it still turned out okay. I'm not saying it was a bad thing. We really got a lot of cool stuff out of that John Cena retirement tour, but it just didn't hit the same. There was something missing from the product that made everyone so hooked, and I think since then things have been bad. Personally, I've not checked out. Like, I'm still like, I try watching, but especially with soccer going on right now, it's kind of hard to really invest yourself in WWE, whether it be Raw, whether it be SmackDown, NXT. I don't even bother with, but just the main roster stuff, it's like they come so close to doing something great. Like Chad Gable, for a perfect example. He had that amazing match in Mexico, and now you see him on Raw. This guy's just in a tag team, and just, you could have capitalized on this, put him in some sort of title picture right off the bat, keep him hot, keep him going, but you just stick him with the luchadors again. So what's really changed from the time he put on that mask to now? And I just think things like that, where people try investing their hard, their time. Time is money at this point. I feel like you want people to invest in a 2-hour Raw, 2-hour SmackDown, and you got the pay-per-views, and you got NXT, all the stuff on social media. It's a big commitment to be a wrestling fan. And that's only like WWE. If you're talking TNA, AEW, WWE obviously, and then all the other stuff that kind of comes in between, it's a lot. You can literally watch wrestling every day. And SummerSlam, I think, I hope they do better, because that's just embarrassing numbers, and I wouldn't be surprised, you're going to see those buy one get one free promotions going on, maybe 30% off or 26% off for SummerSlam 2026, something stupid like that. And I can really see them reaching that desperation point and doing it. It's sad to see, because there was a time where you would fight for tickets. You would have to sit there and keep refreshing, and you would be hopeful to get one. And a lot of that time was around WrestleMania, especially when I used to go regularly. You were lucky if you can get tickets to the Raw after Mania. You were lucky to get tickets to even WrestleMania itself. Those tickets went very, very quick. Night 1, decent price tickets, and the product was shit at that time. But just like, people were invested, people were loyal to the product. I think that's what changed when you have this big TKO company that really figures everyone to be disposable. And I think the fans are starting to realize that. And with that being said, I think people stopped caring, me being one of them. So am I happy that SummerSlam's flopping? Of course not, because it's like, you do want to see the promotion do well. You do want to see wrestling do well, because when one company does well, everyone does well. And I think now wrestling is kind of on a little bit of a downward spiral. You know, AEW is like fine, but I still feel like there's something missing. I think that stigma will always be there of them being the second-rate company, t-shirt company, whatever you want to call it. So it really takes WWE being good and consistent for everyone to really take every other company seriously. So I know, I hope it works out for them, because you know, you get the match cards there. It's just the ticket prices are too high. People don't care. It's you've given them the same stuff over and over again, lackluster storylines, and I think now people are finally starting to smarten up to like what they want, and they are putting their foot down, which is great. You know, that's what I think. I've been saying that for almost a year now, where if you don't like the product, don't watch, don't go. And sometimes I tell myself that there's a SmackDown coming up, there's a Raw coming up. I want to say in less than a month, and I want to go to SmackDown in Toronto. Raw is in Ottawa, which is 5 hours away, so that won't be like anything I go out of my way to see. But the SmackDown in Toronto, definitely have thought about it, but it'll definitely be like a last minute decision. So it's not like before, where I would be there on pre-sale, I'd get whatever tickets possible. Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. So let me know what you think of SummerSlam, just wrestling in general, WWE in general, and I'll see you guys in the next video.